Oh! That's cool. Human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. New life has been created, a cruel distortion of all things sacred. Merciless judges descended from the skies. Do not resist with thy feeble human strength. The end is nigh, God. Guide these foolish mortals to their reckoning. Life was ordinary. The lazy days I spent with Mom and Dad. I can still remember them perfectly. Gathering at the dinner table every evening to talk about our day. All of us lounging around, cozily watching TV together. The quiet little conversations we'd have before falling asleep. And then the Fire Nation attacked. So if you're new here, please do leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below. Let us know what your favorite thing about the Resident Evil collab has been so far. Ah! Dad, I'm back. Have you had dinner? I haven't had mine yet. Mind if I eat here? I packed some food. Nothing special happened today. I got off school, then ran a quick errand. Came straight here after. Mom's doing the same as always. I guess work's been keeping her busy. She said she'd be back late again tonight. Shall we watch some TV? And now, our next news story. A string of disappearances has recently taken place within the Ark. This has prompted a growing movement among the citizens criticizing the central government's handling of the situation. Pretty unsettling, huh? That's all the news has been reporting lately. With all the disappearances happening, they've been all kinds of there's rumors, okay? Just accept it. Some people are being abducted and used as test subjects for biological experiments. Ooh, boy, right into the core of Resi right away. Let's go. Or that there are corrupted Nikkes running around wreaking havoc. Don't you think both scenarios sound kind of ridiculous? See? You think it's nonsense too, right? I mean, it does seem odd. How could anyone be carrying out biological experiments in a place as safe as the Ark? Oh, sweet summer child. Oh, she's not genre savvy at all, guys. Welcome back, Luna. Not genre savvy at all. 100%. No purse. No purse. MMR got good PR. Hi, Sayori from Blue Archive. And if a Nikke really had gone rogue, surely she would have been caught and been on the news by now. Don't you think I'm right? Please say I'm right. Please, say something. Don't just lie there. Dad, ever since you got hurt on the surface, Mom's been acting weird. At first, she started mumbling weird things. Scribbling strange red eyes all over the walls of the house. Oh shit, Mom went bonkers. Now she barely comes home. All she ever does is work at the center. I have no idea if she's eating or if she's getting any sleep. I don't know anything about anything anymore. Compared to the old days, everything's different now. Everything. I'm sorry. I know I promised I wouldn't complain in front of you. But tomorrow, I'm going to visit the center where Mom works. I'm worried about her. Maybe I should bring her something to eat. Things can't go on like this. Anyway, sweet dreams. I'll drop by again. Aww. It is part of the RE story, yes. Counseling hours. Weekdays, 9 to... Isn't that 8? I don't know. I'm bad at military time. Weekends closed. Huh? Has she always had weekends off? Then why did she come into work today? Mom? I'm coming in, okay? No one's here. Guess I'll just leave the lunchbox? The end. Nigh. Guide, foolish mortals. Huh? What's the sound? The sound appears to be coming from behind the bookshelf. One of the bookshelves is slightly out of place, leaving a narrow gap. Through the gap, a stairway stretches far down, leading underground. Mom, are you in there? The bed has moss, Mom. Are you aware of that? Judges descend the skies. Do not resist human strength. In front of an altar where a rapture statue is enshrined. YouTube also nuzzles Danny and says hello Raiders. YouTube says hello Raiders. A group of people are fervently murmuring a prayer. And in the middle of all of it was her mother. Oh shit, her mom's the cult leader. Oh damn, Mom got a big promotion at work. That day, I tore through Mom's room in a panic. Every wall was covered from top to bottom in red eyes, all of them staring at the same spot. A spot where I uncovered a rapture core, along with some records about the Torch of Salvation. Human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. Blah, 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 blah. We know. We've read this. We know the propaganda. Blah, 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 blah. As I began to realize what Mom had gotten herself into, I finally understood what those red eyes at home were meant to represent. A chill ran down my spine. Even then, I couldn't turn to anyone for help. Revealing anything about the Torch of Salvation could result in Mom being captured and punished. I'm back. I don't think I can stomach anything today, so I came empty-handed. I hope that's okay. Oh, did you see the news? They said they found rapture parts in the home of one of the missing families. So freaky, rapture parts of all things. You know, people keep going missing. People who I used to see at the counseling center, I mean. Dad, I'm scared. This keeps up, Mom might disappear too. What if I'm left all alone? I'm sorry, I'm being weak again. For the time being, I don't think I can come here. I think I have to be away for a bit. I'm worried about Mom. I can't just sit by and do nothing. Please pray that everything will turn out okay. I'll be back. Next time, I'll come back with Mom. I promise. I don't think I'll be able to keep that promise, Dad. The cult leader who started the Torch of Salvation turned out to be Mom. I didn't catch all the details, but they said they intend to use a virus to purify the Ark. Oh God, here we go. I say death is a path to salvation. Don't worry. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll find a way to atone for what my mom has done. That was the final entry in her journal. You said your colleague followed her all the way here, right? Then we've got to find them. Both Para and your colleague. And everyone who's gone missing. For a few moments, Query stares at the journal Claire had been reading out loud from, then finally speaks up. Yes. Absolutely. After that, we need to make sure they'll never be able to do this again. I'm sick of watching the viruses rob people of what's precious to them. Do you think we can really handle this on our own? Come on, Query. I believe in you. Are you saying you don't have faith in me? What? No, I didn't mean it like that. Okay, let's give it a try. It's also my duty as a police officer. Yes, that's the spirit. I like that confidence. Anyway, I'm starting to get worried. We haven't heard a peep from Jill since she went after Miranda. I don't think there's anything else to investigate here. Shall we head out there now? Inside a secret room hidden deep within the annex. Jill and Miranda stand frozen in the lab, their eyes fixed on a monitor. Are you two okay? Why are you just standing there like that? Menacingly. Huh? It's hard to explain, but... Is it just me, or does this room look kinda red? Claire? Probably better if you don't look. Why? Just trust me. Claire averts her eyes from the corpses and turns to the monitor. An experiment log recorded by a researcher is displayed on the screen. Holy Elixir of the Judge, 6 trial results. Engineered using the same methodology employed in developing Umbrella Corporation's T-Virus. Modifications of the Holy Elixir obtained from the body of the judge located at the coordinates RAC 10.1. Successful development of the Neo-Virus. When injected into organic tissue, the Neo-Virus initiates gene reconstruction. Notable improvements in physical strength and regenerative abilities were observed. Shows potential to temporarily stand against Nikkes, the new humanity who opposes the divine. The following video compares the effects of varying dosage levels. Claire touches the screen and a video begins to play. On the dark screen. Ah! Blood-curdling screams ring out. Figures can be seen writhing and convulsing, their entire bodies contorted. Some, desperate to relieve the agonizing pain, that makes more sense, scratch at their face in such ferocity that their skin tears off. Good God! Ugh. Miranda, absorbed in the video, suddenly clings tightly to Jill's arm. Jill trembles, her face contorting in fury. The higher the dosage, the greater the increase in physical and regenerative capabilities. However, genetic mutation occurs too rapidly, ultimately causing the body to break down. The virus exhibits signs indicative of seeking new hosts. Additionally, regardless of dosage, all test subjects exhibit significant cognitive decline. Could this be effectively used in future plans? Future plans? Jill silently taps at the monitor, opening a new window. Project Reborn Evil. Human life falls into... Oh my God! Here we go again! Oh my lord! The propaganda have been initiated. Project Reborn Evil. The Neo-Virus will be widely disseminated throughout the Ark. Amidst the ensuing chaos, the judge shall be led to the Ark. Once humanity is offered to the judge and evil is purified, Project Reborn Evil will be deemed complete. Evil shall be purified through the reckoning. God, guide these foolish mortals to their reckoning. I like how they have to code even their evil plans. Until evil is purified. 10-103. 10-102. 10-101. Damn it. Jill, does it say anything about how to shut down the project? These are the only records left. But Jill points to a corner of the lab. After reviewing Project Reborn Evil file, a hidden passage opened up. In the direction Jill is pointing to, a passage leading deeper into the underground has been revealed. Ooh.
Let's give him hell! I've got to reload! Cover me! I need you to take point for a moment.
Reloading.
Next.
Claire beat Kirby? Cause Claire is best girl, obviously. That's what I've been saying.
Nice work. When I get back, whew, I'm heading straight for the shower.
Also, Twitchers, which just totally sounds so weird to say. Give the YouTube stream a thumbs up, please. Give it a like. Give it a kiss. A chew. We're getting regenerators? Me no gusta. Sits in the Jesse and DBD camp. Even Estevez and DBD would be neat. Agreed. I would take Estevez. I would take Jesse the most, but I will take Estevez. That would be real fun. Death is not the end. Death is purification. The purification of this world begins with death. In case you don't understand the correlation, the merciless judges descend. Oh my god, if I have to read more of this propaganda. I was happy. Alright, that was it. That's it. The whole event. She was happy at one point. The lazy days I spent with my husband and my daughter. I can still remember them perfectly. Gathering at the dinner table every evening to talk about our day. All of us lounging around, cozily watching TV together. The quiet little conversations we'd have before falling asleep. The patient's vital signs are stable. Unfortunately, he remains unconscious for reasons that are still undetermined. At this stage, we can only continue to monitor his condition. May I ask what really happened on the surface? From what I've heard, he had an encounter with the Lord Class Rapture. Big chahungas. Thankfully, the Nikkes who were recovered didn't suffer any brain damage. They'll be able to return to the battlefield once they're given new bodies. As for your husband, I can't say for sure. A man named Miles Carter came to the center. He used to be a commander. After all the horrifying things he experienced on the surface, he now suffers from PTSD, as one understandably would. He's been drowning himself in alcohol for years now. Did you endure such horrific experiences too? Is that why you're refusing to open your eyes? You know, the Nikkes who went up to the surface with you, they're returning to the battlefield today. So why aren't you? I have to go. Sweet dreams. Elseria 9. I've been waiting for you. Huh? Me? Who might you be? You're planning on visiting the center. Here, take this. Your husband asked me to deliver it. What's this? The eyes of the judge. Bro's got a friggin' ghost from Destiny over here. Are the torch of salvation. Human life, the world into turmoil. New life, a cruel distortion. Merciless judges descend from... Oh my god, here we go again. We get it. Virus, death, the end, purification. Can we move on to something else to talk about? My lord is a broken record over here. Truly Arc Tier sounds like it could be a Han's name. Hi, Kay. The Court of Owls is involved, so now we know we're screwed. Bullet Club Superstar X Nikke crossover. I do not know that one. Brother needs to put his glasses back on. It's all blurry. I can't make out the rest. Thick black lines obscure parts of the text. Eventually, they go on to fill the entire page. I turned the next page. Oh god, she goes from seeing blurry to just red. Countless eyes stare at me from the pages. Oh, shit got mine screwed. Okay. Between the crimson eyes, faintly inscribed words can be seen. Oh god, here we are. She's yapping the propaganda. Bro, she tried to share the propaganda with her comatose husband. That's just rude. Death is salvation. Death. Salvation. Death is the path to salvation. Oh, she's putting the propaganda together, guys. Death is the true path. Oh, Lord, here she goes. Embrace the end. Beneath the flames of judgment, torch of salvation shall be kindled. Go on ahead and wait for us. Bitch just killed her husband! Nepara and I will follow. We're returning to the happy days we once had. New revelation. Holy elixir discovered. RAC 10. Reborn live. Huh, Reborn live. Elsier, Mia, Velio, Even, Kale, and Marco. They ascended to the surface and received salvation from the judges. Miles, Carter, Lucas, Emily, Cole, Iris, Monroe. They consumed the holy elixir of the judges and were reborn as greater beings. Elsiria 9, De Para. Through the holy elixir of the judge, the Neovirus, they aim to purify the evil within the Ark, and thereafter receive salvation from the judge. Holy. A traitor hidden within the order. A new breed of human that defies the natural order. Intended as a sacrificial offering before the sacred purification ritual. No, you can't sacrifice my good girl! No! Try lowering the resolution on the stream. Sometimes that helps, Danny. Embrace the end could be taken to being hugged the buttocks. I'm just saying. Last day in Victory Bells. Read Stewart's last bits. While it didn't end sour, even bittersweet, his ending was just okay. Aww. I doubt the judges would support this cult. They support just enough crime to justify control. This would be too uncontrollable. I don't know. They said that they were gonna set up a... They basically set up the cult, though, from what the last story said, right? Embrace the end. Beneath the flames of judgment, the torch of salvation shall be kindled. Oh my god, if I have to read this again. With that, the cult's leader's journal comes to an end. Oh, thank Lord. Thank the Lord, I don't have to read no more propaganda. My head is spinning. These are the ramblings of someone deeply involved in a cult. No shit! Of course any normal person would get dizzy reading this. Dee lets out a sigh. Without me noticing, she had quietly come over to read the journal. Have you contacted, I don't know, have you contacted the higher-ups? Who knows at this rate? Yes. Blaze Out Squad is due to arrive in 2 hours. And until then, we just lie around a bit? No. We need to resolve whatever problems we can, then get out of here. Unless we want to go down in flames along with the mansion. Sounds like fun. I say we resolve as many issues as we can, then get out of here before the place burns down. This is our plan going forward. Now, first things first. Let's find this Reformation chamber where Polly's being held. Hold on. The mansion's going up in flames? Awesome. What are you talking about? I thought we've discussed this. This is the Ark's protocol for dealing with outbreaks. So, their idea of an epidemic response plan is to burn everything down. It's not just this place. Am I right? You are. They will torch all the residences around the mansion as well. If they deem the situation to be critical, they might even reduce the entire outer rim to ashes. Stop the disease from reaching the Ark. What? Then what about the people living in the Outer Rim? Jeff McDude guy, don't be so naive. Between the Ark and the Outer Rim, you already know which one the central government will prioritize. Besides, surely you understand how dangerous a contagious disease would be in an enclosed space like the Ark. The central government will go with the best option available to them, as they always do. This isn't the best option. They're just taking the easy way out. Sacrificing the few to save the many. Exactly. That's precisely why the central government sees this as the best option. A tale as old as time. Going with whatever's most convenient. What if we put a stop to whatever the Torture Salvation's up to? Will Blaze Out still intervene then? Only if we can prove there's no risk of the Neovirus spreading any further. I doubt they would intentionally stir trouble. Said Blaze Out scheduled to arrive in 2 hours. That's right. Then we still got time. Let's reassess our next move. D, Ada, what do you think we should do? I need your input to decide our next course of action. So let's start with that. I'm fine with whatever. As long as we honor our deal, I'm game. D, my stance hasn't changed. I say we resolve as many issues as we can, then get the hell out of here before this place burns down. This can be our course of action from here on out. So, you're taking the easy way out too? You can't be serious. Since entering the Outer Rim and our way to the mansion, we didn't encounter a single mutated creature or infected person. That means the virus hasn't spread beyond the mansion yet. So, we still have a chance to prove that the Neovirus won't spread any further. That's the spirit. I did say we should resolve as many issues as possible. Alright, first, we rescue Polly. Then we find a way to deal with the Neovirus situation. Now, where do we start looking? According to these journals, Polly's reflection on her sins in the Reformation's chamber beneath the altar. If she hasn't been sacrificed yet, there's a way she's being held. There's got to be a passage to the Reformation chamber somewhere here. Somewhere here, huh? We just need to find whatever opens a secret passage, right? Yes. Are you just going to stand there all day, Ada? Oh, of course not. Our deal is still on. But I must say, I'm surprised. I had you pegged as a puppet who mindlessly followed orders. Not a chance. Let's cut the chit-chat and find that passage. Right away. Thighs, it's what's for dinner. She doesn't want really big thighs. What do you mean? As we search the second floor of the mansion, Ada calls us to the front of the altar. Among bowls, not bowels, but bowls, blades and ornaments of unknown purpose, lies a rapture core glowing red, looking as ominous as ever. Looks pretty suspicious to me, don't you think? You're definitely right about that. It's extremely odd for a rapture core to just be chilling here like this. Just vibing, like, yo, what's up, buddy? I'm hanging out. How are you doing? D, look over there. D stares silently at the altar for a moment before finally speaking. Nice find. Jeff McDude guy. Forget the core. Focus on what's around it. Around it? Prompted by these words, I glance back at the altar again. The rapture core, the bowls and blades, and the candles faintly illuminating the area. Shh. Every so often, a cold breeze sweeps through and the candle flames flicker. Trails of smoke drift towards the platform behind the altar. Upon closer inspection, the smoke is being drawn into a narrow crack in the platform. I knock on the platform. A dull echo rings out from behind. I'm guessing there's a hidden space behind here. Bingo. That means our next step is... Ada rummages around the altar. and points the rapture core towards the platform. The platform slides open, revealing a hidden passageway behind it. I'll go first. Ada grins and slips behind the platform. I peer in and am greeted by a staircase descending deep underground. Let's head down, D. Alright. Stay sharp. We don't know what's waiting for us down there. We walk down the long corridor when Ada, who's ahead of us, stops abruptly. What is it? See for yourself. As Ada steps aside, something piled in the layers comes into view. From regular civilian clothing to work, school, police, nurse, and military uniforms, a variety of clothes are piled all up together. A name tag on one of the military uniforms suddenly catches my eye. Miles Carter. These the clothes worn by the missing? There's more. Ada gestures silently. Several mass-produced Nikkes lie collapsed beyond the pile of clothes. The condition of their bodies paints a clear picture of what went on in here. A traitor hidden within the order. Suddenly, gunshots ring out. Is it coming from below us? Polly, snap out of it! Polly! Deep within the corridor. Query, fire the rocket launcher. Roger. Figures can be seen engaged in combat with a creature howling ferociously. Miranda and Query? But who are the other two? Do you know them? Yeah. Well, they look like they're in a tight spot. We should go help the... Whoosh. Now she's suddenly in a different outfit. Okay. Out of nowhere, an axe flies from behind, striking the creature dead on. Dee charges forward to grab the axe, promptly slamming it back into the creature's exposed core and its lower half. Whoa. Yeah! By the time Dee pulls the axe free again, the creature has ceased its shrieking. Spooky, and yes, I saw that Maiden's getting an official figure. How much is it, Auntie? Bruh versus... Dee, you seem to be experiencing a closing malfunction in the chest area. Ugh. Polly, are you awake? Miranda? Are you hurt? And Query? What are you two doing here? Depara! Now's not the time to be standing around. Depara is headed to the surface. Calm down, Polly. You don't look so good. Polly's attempts to stand up, but promptly drops back down. It's clear she's suffered a great deal while trapped here. Commander, you're here too. Hmm? I see some unfamiliar faces here. Yeah, about that. You know, this is Jill and Claire. They were escaping from Raccoon City when their vision turned blurry. And the next thing they knew, they ended up in the mansion. What? So they got dragged in from another world to a D-Wave 2. Everyone, mind if I say something? I explained the D-Wave in detail. So that's why things aren't adding up. Another world. But we can still return to our world, right? Sure. All we've got to do is wake up the Gatekeeper. Then let's go and get this Gatekeeper thing out of bed. Claire's just like, sounds like a good idea. Let's just go and do it. Let's just fucking kill it. Before we do that, there's something I want to ask. Does Umbrella Corporation also exist in this world? Have a good night, Epic. Thank you for lurking. Umbrella Corporation. Yes, it seems like Umbrella Corporation is behind what happened in the mansion. No, I don't believe I've ever heard of that. The documents we found in the mansion are the only data we have on Umbrella. But we'll have to dig a little deeper to get the full picture. So, they don't exist here. But then why? Claire, Let's hold off on waking the Gatekeeper for now. Why? You heard him. Although we don't know precisely what's going on, it's clear that Umbrella is some kind of influence on this world. Of course they do. The odds of seeing Wesker are increasing. We can't let this stand. We have to make things right before we leave. Make things right. Claire looks up query. You said your colleague followed Depara all the way here, right? Then we've got to find them. Both Depara and your colleague. And everyone else who's gone missing. After that, we need to make sure they'll never be able to do this again. I'm sick of watching viruses rob people of what's precious to them. Oh, blah 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 blah. If we leave things like this, it'll bug me endlessly, and I won't be able to focus on finding my brother. Alright. Might as well give it a shot. So, where do we begin? Hold up. I really thankful everyone's offering their help. Really thankful everyone's offering their help. But there's still something I left to verify. Verify? Yes. I still haven't heard that person's introduction. Holy's eyes drift towards Dee, who is sitting silently in the corner. At some point, without me noticing, she has changed into a police uniform. Convenient! Agent Winters, BST. BST? Biohazard Strike Team. We deal with any incidents inside the Ark involving biohazards. Ha! Get it? Because it's called Biohazard in Japan. Ha! Get it? After merging with the ACPU, we've been tasked to deal with the current incident involving the virus. My, very impressive. Effective immediately, I'll be joining your team. I presume I can count on your cooperation. Commander Jeff McDuke Guy will personally be leading this operation. But wait? What? Is there a problem, Commander? It seems Dee doesn't want anyone to know that she's with Perilous Siege. I'll play along for now. We could use any help you can give us, Polly. Okay, I'll do my best. I'm kind of in a rough shape though, so I might need some assistance from you all. I believe that covers all the introductions. Shall we move on, Commander? Yeah, right. Okay, let's go over the situation again and share what we have found in the mansion so far. Torch of Salvation. The cult that refers to raptures as judges descended from the heavens, who will guide all foolish mortals to their reckoning. And the cult firmly believes that it will lead them to salvation in the process. The founder of this group is... Oh! So they used her to found it, eh? Ooh, interesting. She was reportedly in despair as her husband, former commander, remains comatose. It is believed she received a rapture core from an unknown individual, which served as the catalyst for the cult's founding. After establishing the Torch of Salvation, Lysaria enticed patients and visitors at the counseling center to join the cult. All you know as one does. They begin holding regular gatherings at a mansion in the Outer Rim. Some cultists were even sent to the surface and offered as sacrifice to the Raptures. All individuals who went missing in the past 2 weeks have been linked to the Torch of Salvation. Clothes were found at the entrance of the Reformation Chamber. The timeline of the disappearances coincides with the D-Wave incident. The disappearance began after cult members were used as test subjects during the development of the Neovirus. Upon building upon the T-virus, which hails from another world, it's synthesized by refining a holy elixir extracted from a rapture's body. Good lord. This particular rapture is located at coordinates RAC 10.1. When injected into organic matter, the virus significantly enhances physical and regenerative abilities. However, side effects include bodily deterioration, significant cognitive decline, and increased violent tendencies. Spreading the neovirus within the Ark to entice chaos, and using resulting confusion to allow the raptures in was all part of the Torch of Salvation's plans. This operation was codenamed Project Reborn Evil. If the situation is not resolved within 2 hours, Blazeout will initiate a full-scale purge. Does that about sum it up? It sounds like we've settled on a plan. We're here to put a stop to Project Reborn Evil. Is that it? When you put it like that, it sounds simple enough. It sure does feel that way to me. Still, all we can do is try. With these many super cops in our midst, I'm sure things will work out somehow. Yeah, everything will turn out fine somehow. But who exactly is this super cop you're talking about? Ugh. I think that's about everything for now. Next, we need to figure out how to stop Project Reborn Evil from taking place. First, we need to stop the neovirus from spreading outside the mansion. Second, we prevent the raptures from infiltrating the Ark. These two are what really matters. You mentioned earlier that that's the way to the lab? Yeah, we came down from that side. Makes sense. Jeff McDude guy, if it's alright with you, I'll handle the virus. Huh? I've got a few ideas in mind. But it's a plan that requires Agent Winters from the BST. What do you say, Winters? Want to try your luck with me? Dear Agent Winters, are you up for it? No issue on my end. Alright then, I'll leave the virus to Ada and Agent Winters. As for the raptures... About the raptures... There's something I wanted to share. What's that? Well... I was caught by the cultists not long after sneaking into the mansion. So, I'm embarrassed to say I didn't discover anything noteworthy. But I did come across something that could serve as a clue. And what's that? Basically, up until a moment ago, Depara was being held here with me. But the cult leader came in and took her away just before you all arrived. While she was here, I heard her say something. All preparations are complete. It's time to head to the surface to face our reckoning. Winters, do you happen to know if there's any abandoned elevators nearby? There's one elevator, but it's supposed to be decommissioned. Coordinates? I'll ask my partner to send it over right away. Alright, do it as fast as you can. Then, while Ada and Winters are handling the virus, the rest of us will make sure the cult leader doesn't make up to the surface. Yeah! That noise. I knew things wouldn't be this easy. Holy, can you move? I'll be fine. You all go on ahead. I can at least buy you some time. Whack. Good. Hi, Armindia. Meet the Pyro. Ruh-oh, Reggie. Should note, Ethan Winters is the protagonist of 7-8. Oh, good point. Yes, he is. Think Commander could score himself a free elevator sometime? Doesn't he have one that takes it to the outpost? I told you it was okay to go ahead. Why did you two decide to stay? Because you can't even stand up properly right now. I could say the same thing about you, Miranda. I'm fine. The thunderous sound echoing down the passageway grows closer. This feels like a nightmare. Wouldn't you agree, Miranda? Yes, wait, huh? I said this feels like something out of a nightmare. Which part exactly? Aren't you going to pinch me to make sure I'm not dreaming? Are you sure you're okay? You're shaking pretty badly. That sound keeps reminding me of something. That abomination we ran into earlier. And all those things we saw in the lab, they keep popping in my head. So my body just keeps shaking. It's all very scary, isn't it? Yeah, I figured. It's not too late. You can still leave and catch up to the others if you want. We'll take care of the creature. That's right. You don't have to stay behind just because of me. Before, when the Ark was in danger, there was something you said, Polly, that we're the police officers. So protecting civilians and keeping the Ark safe. That's what police officers are meant to do. That's why I'm choosing to stay behind. In order for the others to solve the problem at hand, someone needs to keep the creature distracted. Only then can we protect the civilians and keep the Ark safe. I may not be able to stop the trembling, but... Aww. Now Polly gives the head pat. Hi, my hero. How you doing? Yuna was getting her butt kicked in Omega Monster Wilds. What's up, Delg? I don't know how the fight works in Monster Hunter Wilds, but Omega can be a bit of a bitch in Final Fantasy XIV, especially if you do like the ultimate version of it. Polly places a hand on top of Miranda's head. Thanks, Miranda, for choosing to stay behind for that reason. I'm so glad. Well, Jill's just like, y'all are so cute. No, Yuna didn't do a raid. Del just was telling me what was going on her stream. She was apparently fighting against Omega in the Monster Hunter Wilds. You can give me head pats. There's a toggle that you guys can activate for head pats. Yes. Looks like there's solid cops in this world too. Thank you for the head pats. Miranda, you were asking earlier who the super cop was. Yes, I'm still curious about that. Well, I don't think we need to look any further. Huh? Yeah. From one super cop to another? Let's take this thing down. Whoosh. Crack. Yeah. Beneath these acts, the grotesque creature that attacked the lab lets out a final cry. Aren't you done yet? Patience is a virtue, D. Your boyfriend might not like that if you act... Or should I say Winters? When it's just the two of us, you can call me D. D yanks the axe out of the core and glances towards Ada. Despite the pitched battle occurring right beside her, Ada, without so much of a glance, remains hunched over a computer terminal, typing furiously at the keyboard. Judging by the countless black windows and lines of commands being inputted, it seems she's trying to hack in. If this isn't going to work, say it now. We need to come up with another plan. Yeah. Ada resumes clacking away at the keyboard. Deeming herself incapable of contributing at the computer, Dee heads towards the incubation chamber. Corpses lie scattered outside the broken chamber, across a sea of shattered glass. They're a horrific sight, but Dee gazes at them unflinchingly. She reads the names written on each hospital gown aloud one by one. Edward Monroe, Lily Monroe, Blake. It's as if she's making a vow to remember them all. Once she's finished, she then approaches the grotesque creature she's just taken down. Her axe carves an arc through the air, leaving a black streak. The creature is cleaved in two. The upper body of a mass-produced Nikke and the lower limbs of a rapture. The dog tags are... Found them. BH1996322. Ada, who had been typing away at the keyboard, suddenly froze. What is it? Just curious what you're doing. Are you looking for someone? No. What then? I'm memorizing their names so I can verify them when we get back to the Ark. That way I can find out who they were. And? I need to find out why they came to believe in the Torch of Salvation. All the things they've done along the way, before I can make an objective judgment about their deaths. That's the only way. Only by knowing what led to all this can we prevent a second Torch of Salvation from rising. Can I ask you something? Does working behind a wall of anonymity ever get tiring? If you were to die, no one would ever know what you've done. Or that you've ever had these thoughts. It doesn't matter. If my actions tip the cosmic scales even slightly towards the side of good, I'll do whatever it takes for justice. More importantly, there's someone now who will remember me. Someone who will remember you. That's great. Enough talk. Let's finish this. That reminds me. Ada pulls a new window up on the monitor. At the bottom of the document title, Projection Reborn Evil. Evil purified in 9 hours 23 minutes. The countdown that had been ticking down has come to a halt. The Neovirus won't spread into the Ark. I've also wiped all data relating to the T-Virus, so don't worry too much. You could have told me that earlier, you know. I'll take that as a thank you. Now then. Ada stretches, then begins rummaging through pockets of the researchers lying motionlessly behind or beside the computer. Why don't we see what kind of people we're dealing with? Hey, Dee, did you know? Usually among researchers like this, there's always bound to be one that still has a teeny shred of conscience left. Enough to stash a vaccine somewhere. Out of nowhere, Ada reveals a vaccine sample in her hand. Now that I've got a hold of this, our deal's complete. Our deal. Without another word, Ada begins to head out of the lab. Ada? You sure you don't need to go? Check in on your boyfriend, I mean? I guess I should. I like how she's not even arguing the whole boyfriend accusations. Not even a minute. Dee exits the lab. A cool breeze brushes past her ear. Ada's perched on the windowsill of a wide open window. Take this. Ada tosses something. What's this? It's a USB drive adorned with an ornate engravings. A pair of perfectly balanced scales is etched into the surface. Consider it payment for your honesty. Well then. With that, Ada fires a hook shot and vanishes out the window. Behind the mansion, along the path leading to the elevator, a veritable amount of garbage is piled up. Ugh. It reeks. Can't believe they put a trash dump right behind the mansion. Or was the mansion put in front of the trash dump? I mean, you know, either way, right? How did they stand being so close to the stench? Guess they just get used to it. What? The residents here pick through heaps of trash dumped in from the Ark, searching for anything they can salvage. They make a living selling what they can find. You just have to learn to live with the smell if you want to survive out in the Outer Rim. Let me get this straight. They make ends meet by selling trash dumped from the Ark? And putting up with the smell like this? Is reality people face in this world? Yes. Reality is unforgiving no matter where you go. Query? Query fidgets with her rocket launcher in silence. A query? Yes? A penny for your thoughts? Oh! Oh! Ow! I was just thinking. Is it really okay? Is what okay? I can't help but think that someone other than me should have tagged along. Someone with more field experience like Agent Winters from BST. Or someone who's more suited for combat. You were blasting things left and right with that rocket launcher. And now you're second guessing yourself? Before this, most of what I'd done had been administrative work. Except under special circumstances, Polly and Miranda typically handle field operations. Saving all of humanity. Such a monumental task is better left to someone else, not me. Come on, none of that stuff matters. I was just an ordinary college student. But I survived Raccoon City, and now I'm surviving just fine here, too. It's what's in here that counts, our hearts. Claire lightly tapped her chest with her fist. See, look, this is why she's best girl, okay? Look at this. This is why Claire is best girl. Just look at it. Look at that. She gets it. She gets it. Also, look at that smile. She's absolutely gorgeous. Watching Claire, Query mutters quietly. That's what counts? You came all the way to do this dangerous place because you wanted to save your friend. And not only did you rescue Polly, you did it with style. That means you can save Depara too. Hell, you can even save all of humanity. You've got what it takes. You think so? Of course. And there's more good news. What's that? You're not alone because you've got me. So, that's comforting, right? A faint smile crosses Query's face at Claire's playful words. Yeah, I feel really assured. See? So, it's what's inside that counts. What's inside. Phew! Query's grip on the rocket launcher tight. Oh, she grips the launcher tightly with what seems like newfound resolve. See? Claire, best girl. Hands down. You can at me on Twitter all you want. You know I'm right. Hi, Sane. What's up? What's up? Shall we keep moving? Yes. I spot the elevator Cade told us about in the distance. Here too, huh? We can't catch a break, can we? Counter argument! Sheva's thighs! But Sheva's not in the game, so we can't compare if her thighs would be thick as fuck in this game. Just saying. Is Sane playing Haunces? In front of the elevator stood more of the same creatures we'd been fighting all this time. I love Claire. See, even YouTube loves Claire. Nah, I just got haunts in the brain because of someone. Very much not me. It's all Sane's fault. 100%. Query lifts her loaded launcher. I'll take the lead. After the battle, in front of the elevator. Huh. Elysiria 9 lies on the ground in a heap. Awoo! Hi, Zip! Her abdomen is torn open. Oh, shit! It looks like one of those monsters got to her. Life falls into oblivion. Into turmoil. cruel distortion of all things sacred. Cold, metallic judges, descend. Do not resist. The end is nigh. Guide these foolish mortals. Lysaria 9. The plan you and the Torch of Salvation put together is doomed to fail. Fail? That's right. Doing this won't save anyone. Heathens like you wouldn't understand. Just you wait. On the day of reckoning, we'll see who is saved. Death is the path to salvation. Death is the path that leads to salvation. Death is salvation. While tending to the delirious cult leader's wounds, Query shakes her head. Suddenly, the cult leader starts speaking to someone other than those of us present. Her eyes lose focus and their light gradually dims. You're waiting for me, aren't you? I told you, Depara and I would come. We'd return to the happy days we once had and receive salvation. But Depara? Depara's in the elevator. What? What have I done? The elevator? Inside the elevator, countless homemade explosives cover the floor. Oh, shit. 14 minutes and 25 seconds. 24 seconds. 23. A countdown displayed in the center ticks down 1 second at a time like a time bomb. In addition to the bombs, I spot Depara lying on the floor. Claire, don't! It's too dangerous! Query holds back Claire, who is about to rush into the array of bombs. But countless bombs. The timer slowly ticking down, and Depara lying in the middle of it all. Claire's eyes dart back and forth before she shuts them. Then, seemingly recalling someone, she utters a name. The young girl met in her own world. Sherry! Oh! I'm sorry, Query. Claire shakes off Query. Ignoring the bombs, Claire rushes straight towards Depara. Are you okay? Depara remains limp and doesn't respond. She's still breathing. Distinct needle marks can be seen on Depara's shoulder. No. Claire, fall back now. She might be infected by the virus. I don't care. I can't leave her like this. And even if she's infected, as long as there's a vaccine, we'll be able to treat her somehow. I don't know if a vaccine exists in this world, but it's better than giving up on her without doing anything. Hi, Umbrella. How you doing? It's always better to put up a fight. Is this what you're looking for? Whoa! Did Ada always have a bow on her outfit? Was there always a bow there? Simple. We just give a green herb and a red herb combined. Exactly. That's... I told you I wouldn't let the Neo-virus leave this mansion, right? You better use it quickly. And I do mean quickly. We should probably do something about these explosions while we're at it. Uh-oh, I'll do it. I've memorized all the procedures for handling explosives circulated in the Ark. Alright, once they're taken care of, I think we've done everything we can here. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, looks like it. Depara, can you hear me? Don't move. I'm going to give you something that'll help you. It's going to sting a little. Looks like we still have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends such as... RAC 10.1. The location where the virus's components are found. If we want to put an end to all this, we'll need to take care of that too. Exactly. Once things settle down here, we'll take care of it. Well then, since our deal is concluded, guess this is where I make my exit. Oh, right. That woman. Elsaria 9, was it? She was holding on to something important. I'd suggest you look into it. You might find something interesting. Well then, I'll leave it to you. Be sure you make it the right decision. Ada? By the time I turn around, Ada was already gone. Goodbye! The inside of the elevator is in complete disarray. Elsaria 9's vision fades, and memories of the past flash before her eyes. Gathering at the dinner table every evening to talk about our day. All of us sprawled out watching TV together in comfort. The quiet little conversations we'd have before falling asleep. Memories of those happier days begin to fade and are replaced by new ones. Her husband's hospital room, where she stood witnessing his final moments. The eyes of Elsaria 9 and those of her husband lock. Oh. 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 50 seconds. You're 3 minutes and 50 seconds behind schedule. What were you planning to do if I hadn't held up Blaze out at the Outer Rim entrance? Hey? Kate gives a subdued wave. Her body is slightly singed in several places. What happened to you? Oh, this? Ran into some real nasty piece of work. But don't worry, my cover's still intact. Anyway, I heard from Jeff Big Dude Guy. It sounds like things are pretty much wrapped up on your end. Yeah. By that look on your face, I take it things didn't pan out well. What about the cult leader and Depara? Over there. Kay sees Depara sobbing, her arms wrapped around her knees. Kay furrows her brow upon seeing the cult leader's collapse nearby. You're right, things ended badly. Still, her expression is any indication. I'd say the cult leader paid for her sins. What did you decide about the mansion? Blaze out plans to torch the place along with the nearby residential areas. Told me to get out before it's too late. So, they decided there's no point in leaving it standing. Well, I guess. Be it the Neovirus or the Torch of Salvation, seems they're nipping both in the bud for good. They tried. They tried. They tried. Yeah. 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 Maybe they want to bury the fact that any of this ever happened. I already checked. There aren't any survivors, so don't make that face. Thanks. Speaking of which, where are Jeff Big Dude Guy and the others? I thought you were with them. They went to the surface. Said they're ending this mess. Why did you follow them? I said, why didn't you follow them, I guess is what this should be. I've got something to wrap up here. And what's that? They said Ada vanished the moment she handed over the vaccine sample. I'm going after her. So yeah, I'm heading off now. Make sure you look after Depara. Later. Wait? Hey, do I look like a babysitter? And there goes D. To you. Upon reaching the surface, we head towards the coordinates of RAC 10.1. Jill is intently studying the scripture. It's the scripture that Elsaria 9 clung onto until her dying breath. Thus spoke the Lord, salvation lies beneath the merciless judges. Imbibe with the holy elixir and cast off the sins of your mortal flesh. Be reborn as a greater being. Doesn't seem to have anything particularly noteworthy. Yeah, it just seems like strange prayers from the start. Uh-oh. She found something. Upon turning the page, Jill's jaw drops in surprise. What is it? Jill turns the scripture towards me. Something is inscribed in red lettering. RAC 10.1. Beneath the merciless judges, the altar where the holy elixir of the judge, there is a revelation. Revelation? What revelation? Isn't that the name of one of the Resident Evil games too? Could it be something that's written after? Jill continues to skim through the scripture. Apparently, some documents appear one day scattered around the altar. The research papers detailing T-virus experiments that we saw earlier. The believers of the Torch of Salvation regarded this as a way to fulfill their destiny. It's a side game set around 1 and 2. Okay, that's what I thought. A revelation from God. Umbrella will pave the way forward for us. Mr. Snazzy, thank you for your follow over on YouTube. Welcome in, welcome in. After these initial sentences, all that follows is writing praises. Umbrella Corporation. Oh, Lord. They didn't even have access to any information about the D-Wave or other worlds, so they deified those Umbrella documents as holy relics. So to them, the information they needed suddenly materialized out of nowhere. Looks like we've got our answer. Those that got caught in the D-Wave and crossed over. Wasn't just us, but these documents too. I still think there's more to it. I think there's more going on. That seems to be the case. Kay said she'd handled disposing of all those documents. Well, now that that's all cleared up. Let's focus on the task at hand. Seems we've arrived to where it all began. How awful. Yeah. Amongst the ruins, I spot an altar in the distance. Several unarmed bodies are sprawled around it. Their expressions are peaceful. I assume that's the target. An enormous rapture stands behind the bodies, looking strangely out of place. It remains motionless, as if rooted to the ground. Commander, requesting permission to engage. You sure about this, Polly? You should have gone back to the Ark along with Depara. I'm sure. I'm totally fine. Miranda and Query are here, after all. And we've got Jill and Claire, too. That's right. The super cops are all assembled. Cops assemble, right? You're really fixated on that word, aren't you? It's probably because no one's ever called her that before. Jill's like, oh. Alright. Commence engagement. Okay then, let's do this. It may look like it's lodged to the ground, but all the same, don't let your guard down. We don't know what it's capable of. I thought humans couldn't go up against raptures. Did I miss something here? I feel like I missed something. Encounter. With a thunderous crash, the rapture collapses. Good work, everyone. Damn, if only just tell Mermaid it would have been that easy to take out Gluttony. Sheesh! So, that's a wrap on this whole virus mess, eh? An ominous-looking fluid seeps from the rapture's carcass. Ew! That must be the fluid the Torch of Salvation regards as the holy elixir of the judge. To make sure we don't have a repeat of this incident, it's probably best if we send it to MMR for analysis. Red. Red. They're sending it to MMR. Red's like, I'll request an investigation into this. We can't let something like this ever happen again, so something worse will happen instead. The ACPU will keep a close eye on it. We'll make sure that this mess doesn't take place again. That's reassuring. I'm glad the Ark has people like you in it. We've got to do our best so that our citizens can feel safe. That's right. I'll work even harder so I won't be nervous next time. I'm rooting for you. So, all we have to do now is take down the rapture called Gatekeeper, right? Where do we find it? I'm all warmed up. Let's get in there and finish it fast. About that. Ah! I have a question. I have a question. Yes? Have you two always been this radiant? Light is emanating from Jill and Claire's bodies. That can only mean one thing. Gatekeeper has awakened. Jill, Claire, it's time to go home. Whoa, wait, they're leaving? Just like that? After going through all of that, you don't even get to see the Ark? It's alright. I fulfilled my duty as a cop, to protect civilians and defend the Ark. That alone is reason enough for me to end up in this world. Wouldn't you agree, Miranda? Yes, you're right. Thank you for everything. Dude, Ada and Kay just went over and bonked Gatekeeper a couple times and called it good. Miranda salutes Jill and Claire with pride. Seeing this, Polly and Query mirrors Miranda and salutes them too. Despite the confusion of being thrust into another world, the three of you still went out of your way to help us. You never gave up and never faltered in the face of danger. And for that, I can't thank you enough. Aww, what's the least we could do? Now you're making me blush. By the way, Query, I'm counting on you to look after Depara. Take good care of her. She's going to feel pretty alone. Got it. Leave it to me. And Winters, was it? Send her my regards as well. Certainly will. Well then, seems like it's time to go. Claire waves and Jill salutes in silence as their bodies become enveloped in light. Power creeped. Soon the light dissipates and the two women vanish. In the back of the alley of the Outer Rim, in the distance a mansion is set ablaze. Didn't expect to find you here. I wanted to see how everything wrapped up. You're late. I thought you'd show up a little sooner. Ada holds something up and waves it. It's the tracker D planted. So you knew. So, what can I do for you? Kay told me. Jill and Claire got pulled into this world through a D-wave only a few hours ago, but you? You've been in the Ark for 2 weeks now. Ooh, that's right. Had a nice little tour of the Ark. Fascinating place. More to it than I expected. What kind of deal did you make with X? You know perfectly well I won't answer that. Ooh. A moment later, Ada's body is enveloped in light. I guess we'll have to cut our conversation short. Since you came all the way out here, let me give you a parting gift, D. X. 10. 10. The number X. Final Fantasy X. Yes. People like us, who work in the shadows, we must always have an ace hidden up our sleeve. Ready to use whatever we need. Catch my drift? Well, no parting words. Thanks. I appreciate you helping us see this through. Well then, see you around. Take care, D. In an instant, Ada's gone, leaving D alone in the back alley. An ace up the sleeve. Dee's hand is the USB that Ada gave her. Is that why you gave this to me? Dee soon disappears into the shadows. She's hot! Another job well done. Both the D-Wave and the Neovirus incidents have been resolved. Is it really over? Yes, at least on the surface. I has a question. Feel free to ask. But as you're well aware, I can only answer with the limits of what can be disclosed. I'm sure you understand. Understood well then. First, about the D-Wave. Do you know why Gatekeeper woke up even though there was no battle? This is only my hunch, but I suspect the Gatekeeper may have awakened after experiencing a dream it found satisfying. What? Wait, is Gatekeeper now friggin' not Cthulhu, but Cthulhu's dad? You know, it just wakes up? No. No, I don't think that's his name. The
sleeping one?
The one that when it wakes up, like, poof, all of the,
Yeah, that's Azathoth.
Okay, Azathoth. I thought you said Azathoth. I was like, no, I think that's someone else. But, you know, he wakes up and just existence blinks out of nowhere. Or perhaps it was a nightmare. Like everything involved everything involving the Neoverse being resolved. Virus, not verse. Good God. This isn't Spider-Verse. Possibly. We'll likely get another chance to verify this during the next D-Wave event. Is that all you're curious about? One more thing! During the mission, we encountered a strange monster that was a fusion of a Rapture and a Nikke. Has there identified... I can't speak. Speak. Let me speak. That's how I feel reading out loud tonight. Has their identity been uncovered? Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to discuss that. Hoity-toity. Oh, I see! Hoity-toity! It wasn't the Neovirus that caused it. Oh. That much I could tell you. So it wasn't infected with the Neovirus. In any case, well done with this mission. You must be tired. Go get some eep.
Yeah, we'll see.
I just want to go to bed. I like how Anderson's like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a next event. Spudame! It's not about the money, Spudame! Spudame! After submitting my report, I visit the infirmary for a checkup. All vitals are normal. So I can head back to my room that people will invade and use my shower? Yes, there shouldn't be any issues. By the way, how's Depara? Since she was directly injected with the virus, we'll need to continue monitoring her. However, it is unlikely to affect her daily life. Thanks to you. Thanks to the vaccine, same thing. Sample you provided, research is progressing smoothly. Glad to hear it. What about the fluid from the Rapture's body? Fluid? Are you analyzing that too? I'm sorry, but I'm not authorized to answer that. Imagine being one of the top badasses in the Ark, such as myself, and I don't get any answers I want. I wish I knew more about life so I could signpost life events like Anderson. Frodo, keep your secrets, Anderson. Yeah, exactly. Keep your secrets then. Mana do the glasses thing. She does. Mana's whole outfit is like fantastic. It's alright. I figured. I'm used to getting cucked by the central government. I'll stop bothering you and head out. Oh, before you do, would you like to speak with Depara? Are you feeling better? Yes, thanks to you. Query was here only a moment ago. You just missed her. Oh, she was. What? She said she'll keep stopping by from time to time. She's probably just looking out for me. Especially after everything that's happened. Still, I'm grateful to you and everyone else. You stopped my mother before she could cause any more damage. I failed. I tried to take responsibility for her sins. Tried to stop her any way I could. And this is how it turned out. Depara points to the injection mark on her neck with a self-deprecating smile. Whoa! Is that Blue Arca?
Yeah.
Ah. If only I hadn't tried to fix everything on my own. If I had gone to the police. If I had told the central government, none of this would have happened. Well, I mean, it's the central government. I don't know about that. They probably would have been like, well, that's kind of a good idea. I'm going to keep it in my back pocket for later. Not a big fan of the government. This is all because I tried to protect my mama. All those people in the mansion. And in the Ark. Depara, it wasn't your fault. Depara lowers her head and cries for a long time. All I can do is pat her on the back. You know, I made a promise to Query. A promise that I'd take responsibility for what happened. Take responsibility? Yes. If I can become a police officer and stop something like this from ever happening again, maybe that can be my way for atoning for what happened. But I'm not sure if I'll actually make it. My grades in school aren't that great. You'll be fine. Just become a Nikke and then boom, you're solved. No, she's a regular human. It's what's inside you that matters. Oh, woo. What's inside? Alright, I'll give it my best shot. On the way back to the commander's room, the streets are abuzz with nocturnal noise. All the pedestrians have no idea what it takes to keep things that way. Memories of the mansion come flooding back in. In order to stop the plot devised by the Torch of Salvation, Nikkes and people from another world fought together alongside each other. Thanks to them, this place can remain peaceful, unlike Raccoon City. As my reminiscence comes to a close, my talk with Depara lingers in my mind. Atonement, huh? I have to keep trying, harder than before. No taking the easy way out. I need to do whatever I can as best as I can. Was bro thinking back Marion again? With a renewed resolve, I close my eyes. Ada, Jill, and Claire. I hope that one day they can return to their normal everyday lives. No, definitely not. What are you staring at? Taking in the rain? No. Taking cover from it. So, did you check? Yeah. What did you think? That's what I wanted to ask you. What do you think? Justice must be carried out. Yeah? You said Ada gave you this USB, right? It should be enough. 10! Before people have a freak out again. 10 created the Torch of Salvation. He took those research papers detailing the T-virus experiments and placed them on that altar found on the surface. It proves he's the one who orchestrated the whole thing. Now, I don't know if there's any point in proving all this, though. It doesn't matter. I'm not using it yet. Then what's your plan? I need to keep this hidden, so it's ready when I need it. D takes the USB from K and walks off into the darkness. So you're gonna uphold justice, are you? Not bad. K walks off in the opposite direction. Only the sound of rain remains in the back alley.